Okay, let's get started with Cole.
I mean, first and foremost, what was the team's initial reaction?
And we were just stoked. I mean, so many guys grew up Texas Tech fans, and they've been waiting for this moment their whole lives. They have family members who went here, and this has been the goal since January. So guys are stoked for this, but today it's definitely a sense of on to the next for sure.
It's been an emotional 24 hours to say the least. How do you maintain this energy, charisma, fire, having, pretty much a month off before you guys hit the field against another opponent?
Yeah, I think this team does a really good job of always trying to find their best. And I think we know our best is still out there. I think yesterday's game was probably the best we've played all season, but there's still better that we can be. And I think the guys as well feel like we have something to prove on the national scale. And that's something that's going to be a massive chip on our shoulder.
You've been through this process before. How is it different for you?
I think before, so at NDSU, they were established when I came in, almost expected to win a lot of these games. So going into the postseason with a lack of national recognition is an added chip on your shoulder for sure. But it's the same thing that's going to win games. The teams that play the hardest are the teams that are going to win at this time of year.
Saying that in the room at 11 this morning, you guys all knew what you were going to be, but how was that moment? Like I mentioned at the camp, it was kind of like an NCAA tournament selection thing. We really haven't seen that type of celebration football-wise ever for Texas.
Yeah, it was definitely a relief to be getting that bye. But it was exciting. It was really, really cool for myself included, to be in there and see it at that stage and know that, hey, we're in a big bowl game and we've got something big to prep for.
How will this time off help you physically?
There's just aches and pains that you accrue throughout the season. So being able to get off your legs get off the pounding of your body for a little bit will be super nice because we haven't had time off like this since probably May, July, since we've really not been really pounding on our bodies. So it's a blessing to have this time off at this time of year, to be able to let some of those small aches, pains, bruises go away and be able to get your body fresh.
And then how about your past experience? How much will you be able to relay onto your teammates in terms of what you went through as in playoff experience?
Yeah, I think it's just there's not a lot of you come out of high school ball, there's 14, 15, 16 game seasons is a long season. So but the guys who it affects the most is definitely the young guys who are on scout teams. So being able to keep those guys, keep their energy up throughout the week, and keep encouraging those guys because they're the ones who are going to give us the looks that we need to go and win the game on Saturday. So being able to go and really be encouragers to those guys and keeping the energy level up at practice is going to be something that's really important, I think.
Since you experienced two different playoff formats, or about to be experiencing two different playoff formats, Joey the last couple of weeks has said decisions should start earlier, should end earlier. You should go right from conference championship games into the playoff. What are your thoughts? Coach's idea on that?
No, I agree. I think it was when I heard that for the first time, I thought it was a really, really good idea. Because you're going into 2 weeks into the first semester, and even at the FCS playoff level, we would play Saturday or Sunday. We'd be flying back, and the semester was starting the next day, and that was not ideal. We would literally get done with this long season, this long prep for this game, and we're going back and we're having to email our professors asking hey, is it all right if I miss the first week of class because I actually have some time off now. So I think it would be a great idea. So that way, the student athletes who are putting all their time into their sport are going to be able to at least be a little bit rewarded at the end of their season with some downtime and some time to think versus the season ending and you're bombarded with the next stressors of student-athlete life.
I think you saw the Bison got knocked out.
Yeah, they did, unfortunately.
Texas, your buddies.
Yeah, texted a couple of my old buddies. It sucks. I feel for those guys a ton. A lot of those guys are some of my best friends, and it's not how you expect to go out. But I texted a couple of my buddies who are done now and just hey, it was an absolute honor to be able to play with you. Love you. I'm sorry that this happened, but excited for what's next. So.
Been to Miami?
What's that?
You been to Miami?
I have actually, yeah. Went there with Hunter Zambrano from there, so we hung out there a little bit over May.
So Recent, okay.
Yeah,
Recent.
yeah.
Cole, you have more football left to play, but there's been that narrative, obviously, about this transfer portal class and how much money was spent. But you don't always see these types of portal classes translate to success. How does it feel to be a part of this class that made a difference at this school and got this school to their first postseason appearance?
Right. That was actually a question I had for Coach McGuire on my visit here. I was like, hey, I know you guys are looking to do like a big investment in this portal class. Like, how are you guys planning on making it work, and with all the different personalities that come in and whatnot? And he was just really like, hey, I really think it's, one, recruiting the right guys, and then two, creating the right culture within the locker room. And he's done a phenomenal job of that. So I think the credit really goes to this coaching staff and the administration, the university, for having the right people in place to be able to adjust to this time period in college football. But it is special to be able to come in and start to lay a foundation for a championship culture here with Texas Tech football.
What's it like to experience a crowd of 85,000?
It was unreal. It was so loud. I mean, even on defense, like, it was tough to get communication to guys. So that's something that we're really going to have to practice, because as we keep winning games, it's going to get louder and louder in these stadiums. But it was surreal to be able to walk out there, and it felt like the stadium just kept going up and up. So it was really, really cool. A whole sea of red out there too. It was awesome to see the Red Raiders show up.
The first drive, first defense series, y'all haven't had something like that happen really all year. It doesn't seem like, for them to drive the ball on the edge. What was that like for the defense? And I just feel like y'all regrouped and responded.
I mean, I think within the series we regrouped multiple times after plays that didn't go our way, and it's just on to the next one. And we had some very, very successful defensive plays in that series. We get off the field on third down, they're not scoring, but they went to their whole bag of tricks to drive the field, and they had nothing left for us trick-wise the rest of the game to throw at us. So just handle whatever comes to us, play our call, do our 1/11th within the call, and we're going to be just fine. And that's what we did. There was a couple plays here and there on that first drive that hurt us, and that's why they got down the field. Couple plays periodically throughout the game that they were able to create some stuff, but then ultimately just playing as hard as we could. We outplayed them with how much we were getting to the ball and overwhelming them at the point of attack. And that's really what was able to help us not give up any points the rest of the game.
No matter your opponent, you're at this point where you're going to be playing best on best at this point. As a player, what does it feel like to know that you're going to get your opportunity to play some of the best teams in the country and get those types of matchups?
Yeah, those are the fun games. I mean, the better the competition is, the more fun the game is, because you're going to be challenged physically, you're going to be challenged mentally a little bit more than some other games. So those are the most fun games, and then I think proving it to everyone that how elite this Tech team really is going to be really a lot of fun as well. Definitely motivational piece for sure.
Where does Ben's second interception rank on Cole's catches you've seen this year?
Well, it saved me, so I'd say it's right at its first. So I would have had to make a really good play to be able to knock that ball down. So I would say it's the best because it saved me.
We'll let Brian. You on the line, Brian?
Yeah, you guys got me?
Yep, we got you. Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. Just, Cole, I wanted to ask just about, you just touched on it a minute ago, about the guys who came there and the coaches who basically put all this together. But I wonder, is there like a sense of, I don't know, a sense of pride, if that's the right word, that this grand experiment has worked?
I don't really think the guys within the team see this as some sort of like grand experiment or grand scheme or anything, because we just came in here for a goal. Like, our goal was to come in here and win football games. So I don't think that we really see it as that. I think maybe at the end of the year, January 21st, we might reminisce a little bit more. But like, we're still in it too. So we're still going. We're still eyes on the prize, and still trying to see how good we can be. But I don't really think that from the inside of the guys on the team themselves, we really saw this as some sort of elaborate scheme or anything. We more so just see this as an opportunity to come together and play football with a bunch of other elite football players, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And then to go back to Don's question for a second, how does the FCS playoffs work? Do y'all did you end the regular season and immediately start? I can't remember.
Yeah, so you end the regular season, and then over Thanksgiving weekend there's the first round. So that's the top 8 seeds get byes, and then there's the top 16 teams are seeded, and then if you're seeded you get a home game in the first round. The top 8 teams get byes, and then you get the rest of the other 8 in there, who are playing road games for their first game, and then they'll go and play the top teams who all get by over Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay. So there's nothing like this is going to be for y'all, like a full month off. Well, not a full month.
The only thing that's similar to this is this between the semifinal game and the championship game. There's 2.5, 3 weeks off, which is very, very similar time-wise because finals get done over finals week was usually semifinals, and then you're done, and then you have the exact same stretch of time off where there's really no hour limits, and you have winter camp in full swing.
Gotcha. Okay. And then just have to ask because they talked about this on TV so much. I mean, if you had 3 weeks, I mean, how much better can these mustaches grow in this time period when you show up?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, I just got mine going last Saturday. We'll see if it lasts the whole 3 weeks, but it will definitely be back by the time we get to the game. But I mean, they've been primed all year. Mine was sitting under a beard, but they've been primed all year.
Awesome. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sir.
All right, let's let Cole go, and we'll bring up Coach McGuire.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.